Hi there, my name's Sarah, and I teach people how to interact better and socialize better. And I've been doing this unofficially, I've been doing it for years. Officially, I've been doing it for a couple years, coaching people one-on-one and giving them tips and practical advice to help them succeed in their interactions and their socializing. So I haven't done anything with this channel in a while, and I wanted to do something that would be beneficial. I know it's a brand new start of a year, 2024. A lot of people are setting goals for themselves. They want to improve certain things. I'm going to lose weight. I want to get in shape. I want to exercise more. I want to make new friends. I want to work on myself. I want to get rid of the toxic people in my life. Whatever the case may be, I figured this would be a good way for me to also get back into my channel and start to provide less structured. I want to provide some more casual videos about how you can work on improving yourself, especially with the goal of either making new friends or just for the sake of yourself, just so that you can be more confident, because I think the root of a lot of social issues for people is confidence. So if we can build your confidence, then we can get you out there and get you talking to people or just enjoy your life a little bit more. So what I want to talk about today is what I consider the root of self-improvement, which is really just taking care of yourself, but also getting rid of toxic influences in your life. And I know right now, I'm not going to say any names. I'm sure we could all think of at least a few very loud-mouthed, popular individuals that have garnered attention for really bad reasons and are really negatively influencing people for the worse. So I just want to, if anyone like that ever comes across this video, to give you the question of what is that individual's presence in your life doing for you? Like when you listen to this person give you advice, when you listen to them tell you how you ought to feel, what is that actually doing for you? And I think a lot of the time, if you were honest, you might admit that they're not really doing anything other than making you upset, other than making you frustrated, other than making you feel hopeless about your prospects, other than painting the world as a dingy, desolate place that is way past helping and no one's ever going to like me and people just suck and that kind of stuff. You have to get rid of these toxic examples in your life. Not just people, just platforms and stuff. If you're on Twitter, if you're on X, whatever, like get off. Social media is such a terrible, terrible thing. And for as much good as it's done, I think arguably it may have done a lot more bad just because it's really on so many different issues, even for people's appearance. You see like insecurity and body dysmorphia are at an all-time high, especially with younger generations because of all the filters and nothing is portrayed as it actually is in reality, and creates this sense of distortion. Just the negative influences, it's much easier for someone to be toxic and angry if there is no accountability, and there is no accountability on social media. I can't even go on Instagram looking up a cute photo about a dog without negative comments there. And I just think that social media, if you get addicted to it, it will really drag you down, especially if you read the comments, especially if you interact with the users. So for as unstructured and unscripted as this video is, just kind of think of it as a friend giving you some general advice. Maybe put it on in the background and listen to it as you work, just to kind of give you a little bit of positive influence. But these are just things that I personally recommend from my own views and my own curriculum and training and how I train people how to improve their lives. First thing, it would be to get rid of all the toxic stuff in your life. So toxic platforms, toxic individuals. If you're listening to soothsayers who are just intent on riling you up. I know a lot of these YouTube channels, YouTube is notorious for this rabbit hole of misinformation and, oh, you watched one angry video, now we're going to just swarm you with angry videos. It's really bad for you. But I think if you don't realize what's going on, you would fall victim to it. So I challenge you to step back and ask, what is this doing to me? Is it making me upset? Is it making me feel hopeless? Is it making me feel discouraged? Is it making me feel negative? Is it making me feel angry? If you answered yes to any of these, then you probably are not benefiting from having that thing in your life. You want to be around people who actually give you tangible, practical, solid advice that you can apply and you can actually see real changes from. So, like me, for example, I'm giving you the advice to step away from a toxic sphere. The result would be, hey, I don't feel as angry as I used to on my lunch breaks while I'm browsing through Twitter or whatnot. That's a real good, positive thing you can do for your life. So, I didn't want this video to really turn into a get off social media video, but I guess that's maybe what we're focusing on for today, for our baby steps of 2024, becoming a better, happier you. Just get rid of these toxic sources. Your homework would be to identify the toxic sources. Are you listening to an individual who is just nasty and mean and who is just very abrasive without any kind of benefit? Like, what is the benefit in telling someone they're trash? Oh, the world thinks you're trash. What is the benefit in that? You're not listening to a speaker at that point. You're just listening to someone read their fanfic. Okay. You're not listening to someone who actually wants to see you succeed. So that's what this really comes down to. You have to realize who and who is not trying to make your life better. And this doesn't even have to be just for the broad level of YouTubers or influencers or streamers, social media. It doesn't have to be as big as that. This can be for just people in your life. If you have a toxic friend, if you are in a toxic relationship, what I mean by toxic is, again, if you go back to those questions, are they making me feel angry? Are they making me feel depressed, hopeless, sad? If the majority of the time you are around someone who is making you feel bad about yourself, who is making you feel like you can't change, who is making you feel as if you aren't good enough, you really need to evaluate why you want to be around them, because this is not something that is good for you. It's not good for your mental health, and certainly not good for you if you're trying to improve your life. You're going to have these negative influences who don't care about whether or not you do well. There's something in them that gets off on making you feel upset. So just make sure you're not in a situation where you are around someone like that. And I know this may not be an easy thing to implement, to just get up and cut ties, and it may not be as simple as that. I think there's definitely factors involved like social media addiction. I know TikTok addiction is huge. There are studies done on how the dopamine surge of doom scrolling leads to you keep just searching for something to kind of get you high. And so I'm not expecting anyone to just, oh, okay, I'm just uninstalling my apps right now, uninstalling Facebook right now. It may not be that easy. You may have to take this in baby steps of, okay, I think I'm just not going to check it on my lunch break today. I'm going to do something else. Try and find something else meaningful, something that benefits you in the time that you would rather spend not really working on yourself. So I like to, for example, if you do like your phone, I'm subscribed to Apple News and they have a daily crossword puzzle. I didn't even know about this, but I enjoy doing my daily crossword puzzle every single day. Wordle is another daily little puzzle. Just things like that, something that you can something that you enjoy and you are interacting in a more positive way. It's getting you to think. It's not just regurgitating something and manipulating you into feeling. So that would be my advice if you are one of those people that might struggle with stepping back or feeling like you have strong ties to social media. Oh, I watch this individual every single day and I've come to really rely on him, even though he makes me feel like trash, even though I recognize he's having a really negative impact on my life. What do I fill it with instead? Fill it with something that you enjoy. Watch a video about a hobby that you're trying to learn. This is a great opportunity, the beginning of the new year, if you're trying to work on self-improvement. This would be a great opportunity for you to explore new hobbies. And I want to do a little video on all about hobbies and how to find new hobbies and give you some ideas and things like that, how to start. But this would be a great time for you to go ahead and get rid of those negative influences, get rid of the people that are holding you down, and do something good for yourself and kind of branch out and brainstorm. Yeah, okay, I think this would be a fun activity for me to pursue. Or, it doesn't even have to be a hobby. It could just be getting back to something that you used to do. Revisiting things in your life, unfinished projects. This is just a very long way of saying there are a lot of things I'm sure you could do rather than surround yourself with negativity and toxicity. And yeah, at the root of self-improvement, I really do think that if you are swimming in a dirty pool, you're never going to get clean. You're never going to be able to improve your life if you do not get rid of the things that are dragging you down in the first place. So this is my first piece of social improvement advice, is considering the things in your life that are making things worse for you, making you miserable, that are manipulating you into feeling badly about yourself or feeling badly about other people, and to really take a hard look at those, recognize them, and cut them off. So yeah, that is my first piece of advice. That's just going to be my first topic. I will have a lot more little segments to share, but I wanted to start this off with something tangible because that's how I like to roll. So yeah, look forward to more videos from me in kind of just a casual podcast manner, not really edited, not really scripted out or anything like that. There's just an amalgamation, a summary of things that I share with my clients that I am hoping will help someone out there in a way that maybe they hadn't considered before, or maybe they just need a good push. So if you have any topics that you want to see me cover in the future, have any questions about self-improvement, socialization, definitely let me know. I'm open to discussing things, but otherwise, I'll see you next time. Bye.